Alright guys, what's going on? Today I wanted to talk about how you can shoot cinematic videos for YouTube without having to buy really expensive gear. Currently right now I'm using a pretty budget setup. I'm using a Panasonic G7, which is around a $500 camera, and a 25mm 1.7 lens for about $200. So you can get this really nice cinematic look even without having to buy really expensive gear and break the bank. Now, filmmaking has become a huge part of my creative process, and I think that having a really nice high quality image in your videos adds a lot to the effect of your documentary or cinematic video that you're trying to make. Lately, a lot of my friends have been asking me how you get that blurry background look in your videos, and they notice that the quality and production of my videos have improved a lot over time compared to how I started off in the beginning.
The furikake?
I tried it.
I always gotta have this stuff. It's so good. I don't know, it just makes the rice really good.
I prefer my rice plain.
In order to get that blurry background or bokeh effect, you just need to get a lens that has a really high aperture. So this allows you to get a shallow depth of field. So this lens right now is a f1.7. The number for aperture is kind of weird. The lower the number, the higher it is. It's kind of like in reverse. So the way I think of it is an f-stop like f2 or f1.7. Your field of view will be more shallow. So your subject, like myself, will be in focus, whereas everything behind you will be blurry. But when the f-stop is f6, f8, your field of view will be bigger. It won't be as shallow, so more of your shot will be in focus. Now, for beginner filmmakers, a tip that really helped me get the blurry background effect was once you get that shallow depth of field like I have right now, it's good to find a room that has a lot of space behind you. This will make it easier for the camera to blur out the background. Now, if I was right behind a wall right behind me, it'd be really hard to blur anything out. But because I'm in this long corridor, long hallway, as you can see here, you see a long hallway behind me and some bedrooms, and there's a furnace, fireplace over here, and the staircase on my left. It makes it really easy for the camera to blur these all out because there's a lot of distance from the subject that's in focus and what's behind me. Now, you don't have to spend a lot of money on a camera if you just want to make a simple cinematic video like this. Right now I'm shooting on a Panasonic G7. This is a pretty old camera, but it basically has everything I need to make my cinematic videos on a budget. It has a fully articulating screen, as you can see right here. I can see myself, what the camera is focusing on. It has autofocus with face detection, so right now it's trying to focus in on my face. It also has a volume in the bottom corner so I can check my volume levels, and also to see if I'm actually in focus and if the camera is recording. Sometimes you might even forget to turn the camera on, you might be talking, and it's really nice to have that fully articulating screen to see exactly what's going on. Now, if your budget is really tight and you can't afford to go out and buy, say, a mirrorless camera and a lens, you can basically use a setup similar to what I started off with. I basically just use my phone, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, as this thing can shoot videos in 4K, and I bought this, this cheap $10 tripod free. Maybe it was even $5, like a fake Gorilla Pod off AliExpress. And you can use this to shoot 4K video. So even something like this, it has a rear and front facing camera, so this is what it looks like on my phone. We've got the Panasonic shooting 4K, the GoPro shooting 4K, and the smartphone shooting 4K. So you don't even need to buy, say, a GoPro or a mirrorless camera. You can just start off with something like this if you're on a really tight budget and slowly upgrade. As what I did is I started off with something like this where I can shoot high quality and use the front-facing camera. I'm able to take pretty good quality videos and still be able to see myself and get everything in the picture. And if you're just starting off, something like this is all you really need. You don't need to spend a lot of money on a pretty crazy setup. I'm definitely not an expert in filmmaking by any means, but I do like to share the progress that I've made so far, as I find it really interesting, as there's a lot of things in filmmaking that you can improve upon, and you don't really have to spend a lot of money. Now, if there's anything that I missed, or if there's anyone that has any tips for filmmakers on a budget, I would love to hear it. please let me know in the comments below and tell me what you think. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.